wanted to make a quick run through of what you can do for training mode on Flycast in VF3. There's a lot of documentation already on the Flycast page, so you could check that out, the GitHub page. But just for a quick guide on what you can do to activate some features that you might find in a regular training mode, I'm going through it now. So when you play the game, when you initially open Flycast, this is standalone, not Fightcade. You're gonna put there's an option at the top left where you can choose if you want to do training or if you want to do regular fighting or net play, whatever. You want to pick train, and then you want to make sure that your keyboard, or if you have a second controller, is plugged into port B in the settings for Fightcade. Now I could show you those settings now actually pretty easily. Under controls, I have keyboard set for port B, and then for my controller, which I have for port A, I kind of made a couple of adjustments to make it a little faster and easier for me. So I just want to show that you don't have to do this, but I want to show what you can do. So I have the switch player set to L3 for me, and I have record input and play input slots set as well. You can have these set however you want. You can use up to 3 slots. So this could actually be pretty interesting if you want to train against certain situations. When that's done, you have to do it in versus mode. You can't actually go to this traditional training mode, and I'll show you what's up with that. This is something that I was struggling with for about a day before I figured out why, and it makes perfect sense. It was kind of silly of me to assume it was going to be different. But when I go to switch my character controls, you'll see that the message on the bottom of the screen will show that I'm switching the controller port. Here it is, monitoring player 2. But when I move, and I'm sure you can hear my buttons, nothing's happening, right? So the reason for that, and you can tell that it works with player 1 side. The reason for that is because I actually switched the controls. You switch over to the other side. So you can't record commands in training mode in training mode in Flycast. You actually have to go to versus mode. So I'm going to show you some things that might make it easier to do that right now. You can change the game settings on the title screen, and I really recommend that you do that. I set the time limit to infinite. I was currently practicing punishing or setting up off of sidekick from Jackie and figuring out the distance that I had to be at before I could throw punish reliably Jackie's sidekick. And so as a result, I put the energy up. The energy is normally 200. If you want to practice like real situations in the game, you probably want to put the energy up. I mean, you want to put the energy, leave it at 200. But I put the energy all the way up so I had more chances per round to practice the thing I was practicing. I'm going to set it back down to 200 for both. Is it 200 or 220? Let me go to default real fast. It's 200. It's 220 in Final Showdown. I'm going to go ahead and set it like this so that everything is back to default, and then I change the time limit to infinite. This is what you would probably want to do if you just want to practice regular and check damage levels on punishes and stuff like that. I had a very specific use case for why I wanted the energy doubled, because I wanted to practice the same thing over and over again for a long period of time. That is an option for you too. Let's go back to here, and we're going to go to versus normal mode. Now, you just select the 2 characters. You have to have your second controller plugged in or use your keyboard. So let's say I wanted to practice a wolf combo on, let's say, Leon. And we want to do something like this. So really fast, I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to show you guys that training mode. Oh, hey, Tricky, what's going on? I'm actually making a quick YouTube video for the VF3 Discord to show these guys what I figured out about training mode. They're probably going to know more by the end of the week, but I just figured I'd show. So now we're in training mode. It's really versus mode, but I set the time limit to infinite so we can do this. You can access this in a couple of ways. When I press tab, you can swap which player your controller operates on by hitting watching player 2 or whatever. Or if you set the button like me, you can just press that button. So that now I'm on player 2 side. Now I'm on player 1 side. All right. So this is pretty good. If I'm on player 2 side, I can use that button shortcut I had before to test different things. So like I can input commands. Now I'm going to record Lion doing the elbow. Important thing to note about recording, you have to end the recording before you go to playback. All right, otherwise it's gonna glitch out everything. It will not stop recording your inputs. And if you switch commands over to the first player while you've recorded a second player, your second player is going to be totally wild by the time that you're done and you realize it. So we're going to start recording. We're going to do the elbow string, right? We're going to stop recording. I wanted to test something out. I was able to interrupt this elbow string in a tournament, but I don't know if the guy was inputting it too fast. So I'm going to test it out right now. We're going to switch back to Wolf. I'm going to play back. Okay, it plays back, right? And now I'm going to try to do that interrupt that I was able to rely on so reliably in the tournament. But let's make sure that really works. It does. So this is actually something I really didn't know. But you can you can punch him out of that. You could probably PK out of that. Oh wait, I didn't do it that time. But yeah, this is really, you can already see why this can be really useful. Oh, I did it too late, but we already did it once, so let's try it again. That's why training mode is here, so we can mess with it. There it is. Yeah, I can PK him out of it. Let's see if I can 4P him out of it. Yep, I can. So you can actually practice timings and stuff with this too. Lion is not low tier. It's just that particular, all the frames are different in this game, Tricky, than in any other VF. So like he's not. That 6pp is not actually useful. So in this game, it's not. It's just like it's a mix up. You're gonna try and mess with people. Yeah, no, this is a very exciting feature. Again, just to show, yeah, PK does a lot of damage. Yeah, a lot of stuff does damage in this game. So you can practice a lot of things in training mode on this. You can practice all sorts of stuff. So like, if I want to practice punishing Leon's sweep, I'm going to switch over. Now I'm controlling Leon again. I'm going to record. And I don't even know if I know the sweep command. There it is, yeah. I'm going to stop recording. And now, I'm still controlling Leon. I have to switch back over to Wolf. Now I'm going to enter it. There it is, right? I can block it. Now let's try doing a low grab after. Oh, hold on. This is pretty difficult. I don't know if I can just buffer a low grab in. I have to learn the timing now. Can I? Wow, can you actually? Maybe I don't have the right. Maybe the distance is bad. See, this is something that in a regular match, I would be screwing this up over and over again and thinking that it was just me, but I don't think that this is possible to low grab punish. You have to dash forward, J6 says. I wouldn't have known that. I also don't know his low grab commands. Let's see. There it is, yeah. Wow, I wouldn't have known that, and now I can practice that. So you could see why this training mode situation is really, really valuable. This is something that I really am excited about. You guys can discover way more stuff with this than me. I'm just, wanted to make sure I put out a little video about it just to make sure that it's possible that you guys have that knowledge, because I went ahead and I did a little work to figure that out, and I'm going to share it on with you. All right, I'm going to put this up on YouTube, so I'm going to stop recording now, but good shit.